Hello everyone. As we all know now, finally yesterday Lok Sabha election results were out and it was disastrous. As an intraday, Nifty fell close to but not near 10%, then recovered some and finally still settled around 6% down. So like most of the investors, my investment portfolio was also down massive 11% more than Nifty, but because I hedged it, so I was able to limit the loss to 7%. Now the election results were out. NDA Alliance won 293 seats, whereas India Bloc won 233 seats. As the individual biggest party, BJP won 240 seats, which is 32 seats less than the required majority. So what next? As a single largest party, Indian president will invite BJP to form the government. Then usually within 15 days, BJP has to prove that their alliance has majority in the parliament floor test. This is the exact nerve-wracking time. See, in 1996 general election, then also BJP was the single largest big party. So they formed the government, but after 13 days, they were not able to prove their majority in floor test, which led to the Vajpayee resignation as PM. So now if Nitish Kumar and Chandrababu Naidu jumps means, then that will crash the market. And also, let's look at 2004. At that time, May 13th, then the Indian President Abdul Kalam invited Sonia Gandhi to form the government. However, because of the controversy behind Sonia Gandhi becoming PM, created chaos for 10 days. Then finally on May 22nd, Manmohan Singh sworn in as the Prime Minister. Then within 2 days on May 24th, he proved the majority on the floor test. However, from market perspective, during those times, between May 13th to May 24th, Nifty was crazy volatile. If required, please pause and have a look. First, May 14th down 8%. Then the following Sonia Gandhi PM controversy in the weekend, which made the Nifty to down additional near 12% on the following Monday. But once the consensus was achieved, again Nifty then started to recover. So as I said, until the floor test, I expect market to be nervous. Then the next question, once the floor test is completed, can the present BJP leaders able to provide the stable government like 1999 Vajpayee, then 2004 and 2009 Manmohan Singh? Can the Congress government create no confidence and can they able to dismiss the BJP government? To answer that question, yes. Now India Bloc Alliance can able to create the chaos. Generally in India, there are 3 parliament sessions: budget session, monsoon session and winter session. Here, budget session will go for 10 to 12 weeks, whereas monsoon and winter session usually between 3 to 4 weeks. During those sessions, any MP can initiate the no confidence motion. For that, all he needs is 50 Lok Sabha member signature. So once that particular MP submitted the no confidence motion initiation request, then the parliament debate about it for one session, followed by they will have voting session for the request of floor test again. Then again on the floor test, it's usual, ruling government has to prove their vote of confidence. So if you look at the history, in 2003, Sonia Gandhi initiated the no confidence motion against Vajpayee, but it was defeated. Then in 2008, Advani initiated the no confidence motion. And in 2013, TDP Chandrababu Naidu withdrew his support to UPA and initiated the no confidence motion. But all those cases, it was defeated by the ruling government and they were able to provide full 5-year government. So that's the challenge for Modi government. In any of this parliament session, opposition can able to initiate the no confidence motion. And for the stock market, that will be the crazy period. So hereafter, all the investors and traders has to monitor all the parliament sessions as well. See, the first floor test is the important one since it's mandatory. Once that is done, the chance of going floor test again is very marginal. For example, let's say after some days, both TDP and JD United withdraw their support from NDA means, then they has to initiate the no confidence motion. For that, maybe Congress might agree and will vote against the government. But I don't think other big regional parties like Samajwadi Party or Trinamool Congress or DMK will agree for it. Since ruling party floor test defeat might possibly lead to another elections, which all those big regional parties who got more than 20 MP seats will not accept it, as the new election results can reduce their MP tally. In those cases, they will give support from outside. And that's the exact same thing was happened in all previous no confidence motion between 2004 to 2014. But between 1996 to 1999, lot of floor test was called on, as at that time both Congress and BJP got less than 200 seats. So all the regional parties tried their luck to become PM. So the takeaway is, once the first floor test is completed, the chance of another floor test is very slim, which I think most big regional parties won't accept, and thus most probably BJP will complete its third term. However, please be aware of this and always keep an eye on parliament session. Anything can happen in both stock market and parliament. Since the present day scenario is an uncharted territory even for most present day politicians, and we should not underestimate the politicians' greed. Anyway, back to our regular stuff. Last night US market opened negative, but in the middle of the session the number of available job openings in US at the end of April came as just 8 million, which was less than the expected 8.3 million job openings, which now increased the probability of interest rate cut in September month to above 50% from around 40% last week, which then made the US market to close positive. Dow Jones increased 0.36%, S&P 500 up by 0.15%, and Nasdaq also up by 0.15%, whereas VIX haven't moved much, roughly same around 13. In line with that, early morning today at 3 am Indian Standard Time, GIFT Nifty closed at 22,100, equating it with the spot market. For now, it's indicating gap up opening of 150 points. However, that positivity was not transferred to Indian ADR. IT stocks, Infosys ADR and Wipro ADR closed roughly same as Indian market, so no fresh movement. But the banking stocks, both ICICI Bank ADR and HDFC Bank ADR, both down around 9%, whereas in Indian market it was down only 7%. So there were fresh 2% negative arbitrage. As a summary, global momentum is okay, improved, but India's political momentum deteriorated severely. So until we got some clarity around there, we can't say any in the market. As usual, warning, know your risk tolerance and please be cautious. About the things to look out, at 10 am India's service payment data is due. Then between 1 to 2:30 pm various European countries alone and whole service payment data is scheduled to release. Then in the night, US service payment data, ADP private non-farm jobs data and crude oil inventories are some of the items we need to keep an eye out today. Coming to technical, Nifty opened 100 points gap down, but in the end at the closing it lost near 1400 points. Thus on the daily chart, Nifty formed a big bearish candlestick pattern with a lower shadow. And also RSI and MACD momentum indicators all showed the negative crossover. Hence, the short-term trend of Nifty is highly volatile with a negative bias. And the immediate support will be 200-day exponential moving average 21,250. If Nifty closes decisively below this level, which might cause furthermore major selling pressure. In case of Bank Nifty, it broke the 200-day exponential moving average 46,355 intraday, but managed to hold on the closing basis. So on the daily chart, Bank Nifty also formed a huge long bearish candlestick pattern. And similar to Nifty, Bank Nifty also got the negative crossover in both RSI and MACD momentum indicators. Again, here also the 200-day exponential moving average will be the immediate support level, and on the higher side 48,000 will act as the immediate resistance level. On the weekly options data, the maximum call option open interest was at 23,000 strike, followed by 22,500 and 22,000, with maximum new call option rating at 23,000 strike, then 22,000 and 22,500. Whereas on the put side, the maximum open interest was at 21,000 strike, followed by 20,500, 20,800 and 21,500, with maximum new put option rating at 20,500 and then 21,200 and 21,100. Thus, from options data, immediate support will be 21,500 followed by 21,000, with hurdle on the higher side at 22,000 and then 22,500 level. So that's all in this video. Hope you all got some useful information. Please consider subscribing the channel and liking the video, so it will help me beat the YouTube algorithm and also motivate me to do more. Please don't make any investment decision based on this, as I'm not a SEBI registered advisor. I'm doing this for me and viewers' educational purpose only. Thanks for watching.